ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Max 50, Max 50. Watch the run.
Jackson. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10 at their 38. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A good pickup there, a 22. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Come on, D. Check 31.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help. and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Second and 5 now. Jackson gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Jackson now. Being chased out left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 6-0 our score after 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the run.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Breeze. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Kamara, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
I got you. Never mind, 52. Hey, Delta. Yo, I'm the one that's open it. Pick up the ball. Whoa. Hey, easy.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt it.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Hayden from his quarterback position on the sack that time. To try again after the sack. Breeze, he gets it to Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready. 556. 5'9".
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Breeze going to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th.
Check that. Little Mike 52 right here. Let's go, Hattie.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target, stepping aside from this game for a second. How about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people into it?
Yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady, all right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he can get back into the lineup and be his usual self, he could get into this race again and maybe defend his crown. And Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay has really come on in recent weeks despite a stumble against the Chargers this past week. But how about Lamar Jackson? I mean, what he's doing with Baltimore and their win over New England, you got to have him as a prime candidate. And you know how much I love Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's a special one, isn't he?
Oh, he is absolutely special because he does it all. And if they weren't risking injury, he'd run back kicks, too.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kyle Juszczyk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
To throw, it's Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. 21, 61, match box, white.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. That one complete to Okoye. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Sammy.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Green. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. You think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you're looking at who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4. Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4-5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch tight end. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Back. Go. Go. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch it.
Now Jackson throwing again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Jackson will throw again, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now at Lambeau as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And now here is another interception. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready? 30 base. Hey, lock it. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
On 1st and 10, here's Madden. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Manning, throw left side complete. It's Holt. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Manning. Open here, Adam Thielen. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They do go for it. It's Manning. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. To throw, it's Manning. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing again on second down. Manning, it's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To throw is Manning. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Manning going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55. Ricky.
Manning to throw once more. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robinson there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle. I'm up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He finds Hopkins complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Breeze now. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 40.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 13.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied.
Ready?
7-7.
Coming. Here we go, here we go. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Breeze. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready? 95, 56. Easy, opposite.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Throwing now is Breeze. And it's complete to Kelsey. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Y'all waiting. Come on, D. Single. Check 9. Easy, opposite.
Here's Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And, Charles, that's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that? And I think for Brandon Allen, his first start as well, so not bad. Now, throw in the guys who have the same last name and their starts. Let's go to 2000. The Johnsons, Brad, Doug, and Rob. And in 1984, we're really digging deep here. I love this. Dave, Wade, and Mark Wilson. Now, to my recollection, none of them were related. Just all had the same last name. Who would you take, the Johnsons, or would you take the Wilsons?
I'll take the Johnsons. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Manning. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Look at me, zipper. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Five.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning, eluding the pressure right. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, going to be some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams 5-3. Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia, this is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game that's played, maybe even teams that aren't in the conference. If you lose to someone, anyone, it could knock you out of the race.
Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On 1st down, Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the defense going to use timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees taking it in. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's a...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Madden, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight. And this one is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Brees hands to Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Stills the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Running from the gun with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Hey, Delta, 90 Wolf. Hey, lock it. Max 50.
From the gun, it's Manning. And that will be incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran on. To the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run it again with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
Again, it's Henry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's Manning to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Manning. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Working from the gun, Manning. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Easy.
First down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Breeze now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Mike's 50, Mike. Tonight.
To throw is Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
13. Easy. I got one. Hey, check Mike.
Now Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On first down, Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Breeze now to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Manning. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Von Miller in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 16, Manning. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Get him,
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Gonna let one. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Charles Tillman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard